Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Rejuvenation. In the last part, we entered Golden Leaf Town. We were mainly searching for a way to get to Route 4, and we were also kind of curious about what the heck Rin's problem was. And then we discovered that his hometown was full of very unfriendly people. In between episodes, I actually discovered that there was one short cutscene where you have a battle as soon as you leave the Pokemon Center, and after you defeat the person, a Pangoro runs up here and tosses all three of the people that were harassing you away. I had to deal with that cutscene because in between episodes, I went hunting for the Drifloon that you can find here in Golden Leaf Town at night, and I actually found it. Surprisingly, I really didn't expect to find it as easily as I did. I expected to spend like the entire week searching for this thing on and off, and I found it within the first 5 encounters. Drifloon is a 2% encounter at night, so that's why I'm so happy about that. And that leads us to the first thing we're going to be doing today, which is going back to Geara City and talking to Zumi. So back here at the Magnolia Library, here in Geara City, we talked to Zumi. Balloon the balloon. Or shall I say, child abductor. I know your secrets, Drifloon. Can't hide them from Zumi. By the way, never hold onto a Drifloon unless you want to disappear. Okay? All done. These were all of the Pokemon I needed to complete my upgrade to the Pokedex. Sorry, I just got really distracted because I noticed she's actually facing downward, even though I'm talking to her from the right side. Just something weird I noticed. As a reward for helping me out, I'll upgrade your Pokedex free of charge. Let me see your Pokedex for a second. Thanks. Plug that in there, transfer files over here, mash that like button here, and presto, it's done. Advanced Pokedex now has a ton of more details on wild Pokemon you've caught. I don't think they're wild if I've caught them. It includes their movesets, egg moves, TM compatibility. You know what? How about I let you explore the rest for yourself, instead of me spoiling everything. I'm going to take this invention to Grand Dream City and see if I can get it made into an actual thing. Thank you so much for your help. I won't ever forget you. And hopefully not. So this is something cool that you can grab. It's not necessary because you can Google most of this information anyways, but it's nice. If you're ever doing a super casual laid-back playthrough and you don't really want to be opening your browser every few seconds, it's not a bad thing to have. Anyways, with that, unfortunately, we have to go back to Golden Leaf Town and see all those unhappy faces again. Alright, so back here at Golden Leaf Town, we're actually not going to stick around. Instead, we're going to head immediately to the left and to the Wispy path. So around here, there's a little bit of grass here and there. There's also a bunch of trainers, so you can battle them. I actually battled them off screen already, just to save a little bit of time. So we're not going to be dealing with these... What is it? Okay, I actually needed to regain my composure after dealing with that wild Zigzagoon. So, there's actually a few things of interest here on the Wispy path, but not a whole lot. There is a reverse candy right around this area here. It's an actual item. I grabbed it ahead of time. I wasn't really thinking about that. And over here we have something interesting. Huh? I'm from Golden Leaf Town. Are you? By any chance, is that Espurr sitting on that swing set yours? That's a shame. That Espurr just showed up one day. Looked pretty lost, but not entirely sure it's owned by anyone. I built a mini park for it that I can play in the meantime. I'm not sure I can look after it forever. A trainer came around that I could trust. I think I would be fine with giving it away. So we'll deal with the Espurr in a second. However, there's also a lady inside this house who is crazy about Axew. And if we show one to her, which we can't right now, but we can eventually, she'll have something for us. Also, there is a Zygarde Cell up over here. So that aside, let's check out this Espurr. Espurr seems to be quite lonely. And we have a bunch of options for what we can do with Espurr. We can take it for a walk, we can chill out with it, we can play with it, and we can eat dessert with it. That does, however, require ice cream. I recommend not giving it Blue Moon ice cream as much as you might want to. This little Espurr is such a heartthrob. However, I recommend you only give it the cheap stuff and save the Blue Moon ice cream for a bit later. So, again, no matter what you do with it, you will build up a little bit of friendliness with it. So if you choose to play with it, you'll just end up pushing it up and down this slide over and over again. And it will pretty much love you forever if you do this. However, if you decide that it's time to go, Espurr will then decide on whether it wants to stick around with you or not. And we'll also have this really, really heartwarming music. So what happens here is you have to build up enough friendliness with the Espurr that it will eventually leave with you. And as for Espurr as a Pokemon, it's pretty decent. Around the level that you get it, you can evolve it into Meowstic pretty quickly. Meowstic isn't quite a powerhouse at this point in the game, unfortunately. However, if you get a male Meowstic, it can have the Prankster ability, and Prankster ability means it can set up screens really, really easily, and it can make your life a lot easier. So anyways, ignoring that, if we move up over here, this is where we should be heading, and this also has a recovery machine right here, which makes it a really, really convenient spot for you to head off to if you're taking care of the trainers on this area. But instead, we're going to go ahead and head on over to this area here. What are we going to do in regards to our problem? Can't have Goldenwood Forest in this condition any longer. Wild Pokemon have started to flee the area at an extremely rapid pace. Something must be done about that orb of energy. Don't worry, find another alternative. Don't allow this to go on for any... Who's that behind you? Excuse me? This is a private meeting. Yeah, well, this is confidential. Just forget what you heard here. Hey, idiot! I thought you said you barricaded the entrance. That may have slipped my mind. Relax. Perhaps this person can help us. How can they help us? You can't do it, and who can? It's neither here nor there. They heard our conversation. Therefore, they're involved now. Whether they like it or not. My codename is C. I'm part of the International Police. Specifically, the Avium Department. What's your name? I see. Listen. Goldenwood Forest is in danger. There's currently an unidentified threat residing by the lake area. Dimensional Rift? How do you know the name of this being? Is it possible that you've come into contact with these before? If so, we have no choice but to recruit you. See, I am blind. But with the power of my Pokemon, I can see the same way they can. As you could imagine, seeing through a bug's eye can be quite unreliable. I cannot locate the Dimensional Rift myself. If I can successfully locate and defeat this rift, peace will be restored. Fortunately, I need your help and I cannot take no for an answer. I can, however, test your battling capabilities to make sure you're up to this task. before we do, I'd like to heal your Pokemon first. Shall we begin? So I don't actually have any information on this guy and his team. However, he pretty much gives it away. He has bug types. And for the most part, these bug types are fairly easy to deal with. Except for his Araquanid. It's a lot stronger than you would think. Thankfully, I do have my Zubat right here, so I can just set up a Calm Mind, which will allow me to take that Bubble Beam much better right there. And if I really want to, I could just set up on this Araquanid and sweep him. However, I would rather give the experience to my other team members, so I'll kind of take it easy on him. Unfortunately, next up is Golisopod, and Golisopod is also Water Bug, and it has the move First Impression. So it may knock out my Zubat right there. And it's fine in its own way. It gives me a free switch in to my Graveler. So I can go ahead and hit this with a Smackdown. And that forces him to switch out into his Galvantula. The Galvantula is going to set up sticky webs, and that's not going to matter too much. It'll also break my Sturdy. But again, my Graveler here can take care of the rest of his Pokemon pretty easy. My Sturdy Please is also trying to learn Rock Blast, and I'm not going to learn it. It's a multi-hit move, but it kind of comes down to luck when using it, which is why I don't really want to use it, and I also have more utility with Knockdown. Or Smackdown, actually. So he'll hit me with a First Impression, I'll hit him with a Smackdown, and knock him out. Astonishing. You may be just what we need. Absolutely amazing. You're definitely capable of doing the job. I'm going to need you to locate the dimensional rift somewhere in Goldenwood Forest. Our sources say that the being cannot be tamed. Therefore, it must be destroyed. I'll be helping a lot of people with this. All we can do now is pray for your safe return. So we can also use the healing machine up over here to heal. And we're not going to head back to Goldenwood Forest, even though we sort of have access to it now. The dimensional rift there is the Gyarados, again, and it's level 45 this time. It's pretty tough. And although I do have strategies to take care of said Gyarados, it's a lot of luck, honestly. Moves like Attract and items like the Quick Claw in this game are pretty good if you're willing to save and sit there and soft reset over and over again until you get something, get some really lucky moves in. But it's not for everyone, and right now I would rather wait a little bit until I can take care of it more consistently. So that leaves us one path. To the Wispy Tower. So these are the Wispy Ruins, and if we move on over to the right, there's not much we can do here. Discovered ancient ruins in this area. Can you believe that? Sorry, but until we're done investigating, I can't let you proceed. So there's not much we can do but continue straight ahead to the Wispy Tower itself. Up here we'll find Narcissa. It always pains me to walk into this lobby. All the painful memories of lost lives, lost hopes and dreams. The place never fails to bring out my true feelings. After all, I was the one who started this ordinance of isolation. Tell me, why should we change our ways? Because it's wrong? We know it's wrong, but our anger shall never die. Only that were true. I'm tired. My tears have run dry. The anger that I once felt has subsided. I'm a lady of theater and of the opera. I yearn for the cheering crowd, interaction of the foreign. The problem I face is with my own people. If I tell them to start opening up again, my head will be in the arms of the gallows noose. I don't expect you to be of any help, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. Took care of those rowdy outsiders in the Pokemon Center, correct? If that's the case, I must hold my end of the deal. I'll meet you outside of my gym. That seems so simple, doesn't it? Well, let's head back to Golden Leaf Town. Let's see if it really is that simple. Back here in Golden Leaf Town, it looks like Alita beat us here first. Good, you're here. I was just about to give Narcissa a piece of my mind. First of all, I don't appreciate this little attitude you and your people have against foreigners. As I was just saying... No, just listen for a sec. What gives you the right to treat people this way? Is it because you have some sort of superiority complex? That it? Well, let me tell you something, Narcissa. It isn't appreciated by anyone. I'm aware of that. If you would just give me a moment to explain. Fine. Go on and explain yourself. I don't agree with this town's attitude either. In fact, I yearn for change. Aren't you the leader of this place? Wouldn't that be an easy task? I am in fact their leader, but they've been so blinded by hatred that they would never listen to me. One thing you must know about being a leader is that your decision is not always presented with a unanimous agreement. I am a leader, not a dictator. I guess you're right. Oh, this still can't go on. We have to think of something. What about an assembly? And what of our safety? If they wanted, they could riot. I could fend them off, sure, but attacking my own people, they don't have the heart. We could be there to protect you. We aren't weak. We could definitely hold the fort. That could work. I think I may have a better idea, though. But as for now, I promised I would battle them. We can discuss everything else later. Oh? What are you doing up there? Pardon me, but have we met before? Face looks strikingly familiar. Shut up. Haunter, silence her. Double team and shut her up as well. Yo. That little shit that somehow warped into our office? Name's Geara, a Zen executive. See, we didn't appreciate your little intrusion down at Keratos Mountain. It's now burnt to a cinder. Shambles. You thought you'd just walk on your merry little way without any consequences. Yeah, that don't fly with us, homie. So as revenge, we'll choke these two to death. And they'll be on your hands. Narcissa, are you there? Shit. I promised Nastasia that I'd be unseen. You got lucky. I'll be back for my revenge later. Haunter, return. Narcissa! This person is crazy. Sick of these outsiders thinking they can do whatever they please. Nick, lock them up. We'll have a meeting to figure out what to do with them later. Right. Let's go, you murdering maniac. Well then, that worked out in my favor. Am I satisfied? Nope. I'll take them to the jail, go to Wispy Tower and gather some rocks and debris. I'm going to have fun with this one. This chick is nuts. Wait a minute. I said Wispy Tower. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. How could I forget about Wispy Tower? Have I been gone that long? Is that thing still in Wispy Tower? So, looks like I'll be getting my revenge sooner than I anticipated. I heard that. Aren't going to get away with this. I'm going to keep you here until we decide what to do with you. Have you just decided to do something extremely radical like this because of us? If that's the case, then you're incredibly idiotic. Sit tight. You'll have a lot of time to think about what you've done. Hey, watch them until we're back. Don't you dare let them escape. Yeah, I got it. Shh. Hey, don't make any sudden movements. Oh, what the? Give me the keys to the jail cell. Now. Why should I do that? Unless you want to be thrown halfway across Avium, I'd suggest you give me those keys right now, bub. Alright, just take them. Oh, thanks, dude. Love you lots. Keep watching him, Pangy. If he makes any sudden moves. Well, what you want? I don't care. Hey, let's get you out of here, yeah? Hey, the name's Mosley. Don't think I'm doing this because I love you. Just want to repay you, saving me earlier. Also thought you'd like to know something about the guy who got you in this mess. Yes, I was eavesdropping, but who wouldn't? Anyway, I heard them talk about Wispy Tower. There was something there that would be important. I bet you my mother's breakfast that whatever he wants isn't good. So I don't know what you're going to do after this. I think you should head on over there. I'm not gonna force you. Expose that guy? Maybe it might clear your name. Just a thought though. Hangy, it's time to go. And if we move on over here and check this guy, yeah, he's not too happy with us. Ah, a beautiful friggin' day, right? So, I was thinking, maybe it's only right of me if I help you whoop some ass, right? Maybe I might... Hey! Get you out of your cell. Devour her. Is there a problem? Yeah, that's right. Keep walking. Don't have to worry about the people of this town bothering you. Go on ahead, though. Make sure Pangoro doesn't actually devour that girl. It looked bad on my resume. You feels? Yeah, I feel them. It's a little fun because you can go up here and talk to these people and there's not a lot of reaction. I think we know the right course of action right now, and that is to move on over to the Wispy Tower and see what's going on over there. Alright, so here we are, back at Wispy Tower. In between here and the tower, on the Wispy path, there was actually a couple of Team Zen trainers that you can battle. I think you can actually skip around them if you want as well. It just requires going around the long way. Something you're going to notice is that we still do encounter shadow Pokemon. However, we can't do anything about those shadow Pokemon. You just kind of have to let them go. Also, something that happened was my Blaziken actually reached level 35. So, or my Combusken at the time, actually. So what I did was I rare candied it up to level 35 or 36, and then I let it evolve, and then I reverse candied it back down to 35. This was something I really wanted to do because this powers up my Blaziken, or my Combusken, a lot. We also get Blaze Kick out of it. So the extra stats and the Blaze Kick move are just so worth it. I recommend doing it for pretty much any of your starters when you get to this point. So here at the Wispy Tower, we'll notice something here. How long it's been since I've last visited this place? It's torn to shreds now. Huh? They let the baby out of its pen. My pointless remarks don't even put a dent into you, eh? Always got that dumb expression on your face. Creepy little psychopath. Want to stick your nose where it doesn't belong? Then fine. Let's make this a little enjoyable. I'll be waiting at the bottom level of this laboratory. I still have some things to iron out. I can't have you meddling. Charlene, can you hear me? I can hear you just fine, so stop shouting. Also, it's Sharon. Details, details. Just close the gates. I'll be down there in just a minute. Big fat loser that guy is. Man, that guy can go on and on about stuff no one cares about. Like, please, save me all the angst and teenage hostility, please. Nope, I'm not like him when I'm a teenager. Anyway, let's look around and see what we can find around here. I'm sure there's some way to open these gates around here somewhere. And there is. So, this begins our journey down here. Secret lab. To mention about Mosley, as I go ahead and spray some repel, is that he heals your team, however he does not battle with you. So all these battles are single battles. Anyways, down here is the first switch, and we have a Team Zen member to take care of. And after defeating that guy, we can turn on the first panel. So far so good, but unfortunately not every panel is going to be that easy. So as we move down here, we'll have another Team Zen member. What do you think you're doing? You think you're doing something right? And unfortunately, he doesn't have much to say for himself after that. Also go ahead and take care of this trainer right here too. And after that, we're free to move forward. So there's all sorts of directions we can take here. And we're going to go to the right first and deal with this trainer. I don't even know what I'm doing as a Zen grunt. Just want to go home. You and me both. And after defeating that trainer, we can go ahead and head on into this room. Oh wait. And after defeating that trainer, we can go ahead and head on into this room. There is a panel over there. There's also a super potion, a PC, and a healing machine, which we don't actually need, since Mosley will heal all of our Pokemon for us. There is also a surfing spot up over here that we could explore further, but we don't have surf yet. There's also a battered journal. Journal entry number. Greetings. I work at the Wispy radio tower. Together we created an experience that was unmatched by anyone. Soon, what was supposed to be an innocent job into something more intense. We all thought that we had influence to change the world. What could one do to change the mind of others? This is what we were interested in. How powerful is our influence? The head of the radio tower, Sirius, believes that one with a voice can change the mind of anyone who listened. There's a game to it. Certain key words that must be carefully crafted together. I was intrigued, so I joined his efforts in creating a world with our influence. How deep will this go? Only time will tell. So that's interesting, and there's still a lot more to explore, and other grunts to deal with like this one right here. Are we seriously being dragged here for Geara's selfish reasons? Yes you are. And after that, actually I have to talk to Mosley again here. Mosley will give you a bunch of random text, but they also do heal your Pokemon each and every time. It's always worth talking to them. There isn't much in this room. There is another surfing spot that we'll have to come back to later, but there is also another old and battered journal. However, this is journal entry number 3. It looks like we're skipping one. Walked into our lab today. Sirius said something to show me. My interest was piqued. I decided I wanted to follow him. I saw was absolutely unbelievable. I saw the legendary Pokemon, Giratina. Sirius said that our influence wasn't enough. Not change everyone with our radio power. Said that we could only create a new world by destroying this one. It sounded like an absolute madman. He talked as if he was completely sane. It was a hypnotic experience, if I'm honest. That's why I opted to continue helping him regardless of what the result would be. Together, we're going to destroy and recreate the world in our image. So that's a bit crazy. And with that, there is only one way we can go now. One way that should lead to the final control panel. Right here. What is the meaning of this? Did you hear that? It sounded like the door is opening or something. You think the doors upstairs finally opened up for us? I'm going to go upstairs and check. Of course they are. You'll also see an odd-shaped X door right here, and something oddly familiar that we can't do anything with right now. But there's also a journal here. It's like a old and battered journal. Journal entry number 2. Sick and tired of Sirius going around and testing things we didn't agree on. You said you wanted a perfect world, but you haven't exactly stated what's perfect to you. Anyway, let him do what he wanted because he seemed to know what he was doing. At least, tell me what the hell you're doing, Sirius. You sure no one knows about this? So again, we kind of read them out of order. We're supposed to come in here before the other room. But for some reason, I always forget that. And it looks like that grunt is back to pacing again. However, if we move over here... You're Narcissa! And you're that child that likes to steal from residents from my town. Mosley, was it? Well, yeah, I mean, it's nothing personal, but... How have you been? I know you were attacked recently and all. Indeed I was. With that other girl. Alita, was it? Still resting at my house. But enough about that. What in the world is this place? What is it doing underneath Wispy Tower? I actually don't know. It seems to be some Team Zen base, I think. All I know, that this place is super old. We have things growing around here. The fact that this place is old concerns me greatly. I'd love to ask about what you two have found down here, but I believe that we'll all get our answer by just continuing on. Down those stairs? Down those stairs. Oh man. My man is gonna kill me if she finds out what I've been doing. Too late to turn back now, though. It seems like it. It really does. So if we move down here... And of course, they got captured, didn't they? Oh, look who it is. Yes, I could see that, Charlene. So regarding the blatantly wrong name, we were ordered to stall for time a bit. Looks like Geara is having some issues. They closed the door on us the moment we walked past it. What kind of jerk tries to trick a child? What kind of jerk who was ordered to? I don't know, kid. Anyway, should get this over with, right? So yeah, let's start. And we shall start. So this is the Misfortunate Duo. They're not that big of a deal, honestly. So starting off with the Tangela, it's holding the Eviolite. Since it's unevolved, it doubles its defensive stats as Giga Drain, Stun Spore, Ancient Power, and Knockoff. And the Lickitung over there is holding the leftovers. It has Icy Wind, Body Slam, Rock Tomb, and Knockoff as well. Usually what happens is the Tangela spams Stun Spore, and the Lickitung spams Body Slam. And they basically do their best to paralyze absolutely everything. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and Blaze Kick the Tangela, even though it's pretty bulky, and I'm going to use Helping Hand with my Stoutland. It's priority, and it will give my Blaze Kick a 50% boost. Really, really close, but not quite. So I actually got the speed boost off there. That's really, really nice. I mainly just want to get rid of that Tangela because it is very, very, very annoying. Paralysis isn't a big deal, even to my Blaziken, unless I get fully paralyzed, then that could be really, really annoying. So it doesn't matter too much what I do with my Stoutland. I can go ahead and start chipping away at the Lickitung here. That Mismagius that I just one-hit KO'd right there, and oh boy. The Mismagius that I just one-hit KO'd was holding a Sitrus Berry, has Mystical Fire, Shadow Ball, Power Gem, and Calm Mind. And it can be really, really, really irritating if it gets to set up on you. This Honchkrock right here is also holding a Sitrus Berry, has a Night Slash, Swagger, Drill Peck, and Thunder Wave. And it too can be extremely annoying. I'm going to go ahead and try to Blaze Kick it. I think I have enough speed boost that I'm fast enough to outspeed the Honchkrock. So I should be able to use Helping Hand with Stoutland and do some reasonable damage, or not. So that's my Blaziken down, unfortunately. It's kind of a lot of luck with this battle. If you get fully paralyzed, it's going to be slow. If you don't, you can pretty much sweep it. So I'll go ahead and send out my Graveler here, and I can just smack down that Honchkrock. And I'll just continue to Helping Hand with Stoutland. I really like Stoutland because it comes with Helping Hand, and there are so many double battles that we have to deal with here. So the Icy Wind from Lickitung will slow down my Graveler, and it stings a little bit. I should be able to knock out the Honchkrock at least, though. I'll have to take another Icy Wind, but it should be fine. So from there, I want to send out my Swoobat. I need to take care of this Tangela as fast as possible. The reason for that being is the Tangela has Giga Drain, and if it drains my Graveler, or the health that it has left, it could heal up quite a bit. So I'm going to focus and try to deal with that. And at this point, it doesn't really matter. It's 2 against 1. I'll go ahead and just send out Nidoqueen. It doesn't really matter who I send out at this point. Nidoqueen does have Rock Smash, but again, I could spam any move I want, and we should be able to win. So these two are just absolutely annoying. If you get lucky with the paralysis, then it can be a fast battle. If you don't, then it's just very slow, very stally, and it takes quite a while, just like this battle did. Yeah, you can tell they're used to it. Oh darn, we lost. Whatever shall we do? I guess we have no choice but to bail, right? I mean, clearly we have nothing else to do. We're definitely no use here. But first we should open the door. Right, Ellie? Yes, Sarah. It's Sharon. How hard can it be to remember such a simple name? Alright, well, I'm over it now. Let's just open this stupid door and beat it. My word, those two are interesting individuals. Interesting or not, jerks for locking us up in here. They were only following orders as they said. Must be something admirable about that. Even if it's only a little. Whatever. Said Geara was having issues though, right? They stopped us here. Must mean he's nearby. That would be a wise assumption. Be ready, you two. We don't know what's down here. Prepare yourselves before following. Be fine, Narcy. Let's just go. And they will be going on their way, and we won't. We'll be stopping and saving here, actually. So what's down there is pretty tough, and I'm not exactly equipped to take it on right now. There is a Pokemon in my PC that I'm going to be training up in between episodes, though, that can definitely handle this, though. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helps. And I will catch you all later. Peace.